Strategy versus planning, the ultimate battle. What is up, everybody? I want to welcome you to another episode of Index Card Insights. This is episode 82 on this fine Tuesday. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, you guys. I'm actually a day late and $1 short on this. Should have started this episode should have been done last night, but I'm running a little late. What can I tell you? I'll be back tonight with episode 81, but for now we're going to do episode 82. This is strategy versus planning, the ultimate battle. I was inspired to make this podcast episode by a video I watched earlier today called "A Plan Is Not a Strategy" by a guy named Roger Martin. He is the former dean of Rotman School of Management, Toronto University, one of the world's leading thinkers on strategy. But anyways, the point is he did this video on a Harvard Business Review called "A Plan Is Not a Strategy." And I thought it was a really interesting video. The thing about that video and the thing about what he was talking about is there was a nuance to what he was saying when it comes to strategy versus planning. Now, I think a lot of us kind of intermingle these two words, strategy and planning. We kind of intermingle them. And I don't think it's necessarily that big of a deal if you intermingle these two words, as long as you're doing the right things, right? Let me give you an example of what I mean by moving into our first insight. Okay, insight number one. All right, strategy versus planning, meaning. Let's talk about the meaning of these two things. All right, so with strategy, the definition of strategy is a plan of action or policy designed to achieve a major or overall aim, right? And that sounds pretty, self-explanatory. But the key there is it's designed to achieve a major or overall aim. Okay. Now, when you think about the definition of a plan, it's a little bit different, just a little bit different. With a plan, the definition is a detailed proposal for a doing or achieving something. So with a plan, you're just trying to do something. You're just trying to achieve something. But with the strategy, you're trying to achieve a major or overall aim. So, when you think about those two definitions, you start to feel like, okay, I see where there's a tiny bit of a difference here. With strategy, there's an overall goal in mind, right? There's an overall objective with the strategy, right? With a plan, it's more like you have a list of things to do, right? And I think this is it seems kind of self-explanatory, and you do hear people interchanging these two words quite a bit. But the reason why I wanted to talk about it today, and the reason why I don't necessarily think it matters what you call what. Some people might say this is semantics, but it's only semantics if you understand the difference between these two things and you're taking action on them appropriately, right? If you're not taking action on these two things appropriately, then it's not semantics anymore. Now it's just something that's hurting your business, right? Now it's just something that's keeping you from achieving success. What do I mean by that? Well, first of all, before I get into what I mean by that, I got two more insights for you, and we're going to get into what I mean by that. We're talking about the difference between strategies and plans. All right. Before I get into that, I just want to remind everybody, get over to epicconversions.com. Check out ECIC group calls for the win. Okay. ECIC group calls. We meet every single week, every single Thursday night. We go deep on tactics, strategies, plans, tips, tactics. I come with a topic every single week, but I let people pick my brain for an hour, hour and a half, whatever it takes. So get over there, check it out. If you're in need of mentorship, if you're in need of coaching, but you don't have a ton of money, you need to be on a budget, you need to check out ECIC group calls. The other thing I need you to know is I got a brand new freebie out. I got a brand new free offer for you. It's over there, epicconversions.com. It's called Hungry Like the Wolf. I interview 5 prominent marketers. I sit down, we have a talk on the subject of AI We have a talk on the subject of list building. We have a talk on the subject of email marketing with 5 prominent marketers. You're going to absolutely love it. It's absolutely free. It's called Hungry Like the Wolf. It's brand new. It's over at epicconversions.com. Check it out. All right, back to our current topic, strategy versus planning, okay? So when it comes to strategy versus planning, my insight number 2 is, how do you know if you're developing a good strategy or if you're just making plans, right? Because plans are great for the short term. Plans are great for checking things off your list, but plans aren't always great for achieving an overall goal. For that, you need a strategy. How do you know if you're on the right track when it comes to a plan versus a strategy? Well, with the strategy, many times you're going to be a little nervous. Why are you going to be nervous with strategy? Well, the reason you're going to be nervous with strategy is because it makes you nervous because you don't know if it's going to work, right? Plans don't make you nervous. Plans are like checklists of things to get done. Like a plan is like, okay, I'm going to start a podcast and I'm going to do 3 episodes a week. Okay. And also, I'm gonna pitch a freebie on my podcast, and I'm gonna offer a new one every single month. Right? That's a plan. That's a good little plan. Um, it doesn't make me nervous because like I'm controlling everything, right? I control whether I do 3 podcasts a week or not. I control whether I change out my freebie every week or not. I control the topics on my podcast. I'm in control of all that stuff. Plans don't make you nervous. Plans are checklists that you're checking boxes off. Um, Plans are solid. Plans are comfortable. Plans are reliable. You're in control of plans. You're not in control of the outcome of your strategy, though. Okay. You hope the strategy is going to work. You hope that you manage the risk as much as possible, but ultimately, you do not know until you try. Okay. However, a vision of a strategy, it's a major key to long-term success. Okay. So I understand these 2 words, plan and strategy, they are interchangeable a lot. And honestly, I don't really care if you interchange them or don't interchange them. It doesn't really matter about like the words. What matters is when you have um like a plan or a strategy in place, what matters is like you have this overall objective, this long-term overall aim, a major or overall aim. That's what matters, that you have that. Okay? And it's relevant right now because it is very, very easy to get lost in plans, especially right now. Right now in this world, there are so many things out there to distract you. You see everyone else in your space starting podcasts. Oh man, I need to start a podcast. Oh, you see everybody else in your space on TikTok. Oh man, I need to get on TikTok. You see everybody else in your space, putting out a digital product. Oh, I need to put out a digital product. Everyone else is talking about AI. Oh, I need to talk about AI. Nice plans. But what's the strategy behind the plan? What is the overall aim that you are seeking? What are you trying to accomplish, right? So whether you call it a plan or a strategy, whether you use these little semantic terminologies that I'm talking about here, the fact of the matter is you need a strategy in place. And that strategy is probably going to make you a little nervous, right? It's going to make you nervous because you don't know if it's going to work. Strategies have goals, right? And strategies are measurable, okay? You can measure if you're on track or not. Let me give me a third insight on this, okay? Third insight. A strategy, you should be laying out the logic, right? Keeping it simple. I'm talking about 1 page, guys. 1 page. Keep it simple, lay out the logic, simple 1 page. What's the strategy? What is your overall strategy here? What is the goal? I'll give you a simple example. This podcast you're watching or listening to right now, wherever you're listening or watching it, here's a simple strategy, right? I'm going to publish 3 episodes of this podcast a week with a goal of adding new leads to my list and staying top of mind in my market, right? It's measurable based on how many new leads are added to my list from the podcast. Those leads will be exposed to my business membership portal where other products are offered, and they will be subscribed to my free newsletter where I can build the relationship and potentially sell them more things to help them. My goal is 300 leads monthly. That's 10 leads a day. That's not unrealistic, right? Now, if that's not working, then I need to adjust, right? How will I know if it's not working? All right. Well, if 3 episodes a week is taking too much of my time, then it's not working. I need to adjust what I'm doing every week. Either change the episodes so they take less of my time, or adjust how many I'm doing, right? Or adjust when I'm doing them. Maybe I pre-record. Maybe I do a production blog. If I'm not getting any leads from the podcast, it's not working. I need to adjust what I'm doing, or I need to, shut it down and move on to something different. I evaluate monthly. Every single month, I look at how many leads the podcast has generated. Am I reaching my goal of 300 leads a month with this thing? Right? So that's kind of a strategy. That's a one-page strategy. It's clearly laid out what my goal that I'm trying to accomplish is, are the steps I'm taking to make it happen. Now, a plan would be like, hey, everyone else is doing podcasts. I want to do a podcast too. I'm going to publish 3 episodes a week of a podcast on this subject, right? I'm also going to pitch my lead magnet. I'm going to pitch my lead magnet, and I'm going to offer a different lead magnet every month, right? That's cool. That's a pretty good plan. But you know what's missing from that plan? A why. Why is it happening? Why am I doing a podcast? Why is it happening? What is the goal? Is the goal to put leads on my list? If so, then how many leads am I trying to put on my list? Is the goal top of mind awareness? How do I know if I'm achieving that? How do I know? Is there growth involved? What's happening? How do I measure it? Strategies have measurables, right? We can measure if we're successful or not successful. Plans are checklists. We're checking things off. Plans are comfortable. Strategies are not comfortable. Strategies can make you nervous. Anyways, guys, again, that's all I got. Hope this is helpful to you. Again, when it comes to strategy versus planning, the first thing is to understand the difference, right? Meaning, right? With a strategy, you have an overall aim. You have a goal. With a plan, it's a checklist. You're trying to get things done, right? Insight number 2, right? Plans can make you nervous, right? You don't know what the outcome is going to be. Strategies can make you nervous. You don't know what the outcome is going to be. Plans are predictable. Plans are comfortable, right? Plans are great, and you need plans, but you got to have strategy too, right? And strategies, you don't always know what the outcome is going to be. So they can make you nervous, and that's okay, right? Doesn't matter if they've been proven by other people. Have they been proven by you? Have you done it? Just because 5 other people have done it, that doesn't mean you've accomplished it. Strategies can make you nervous because you don't know what's going to happen. And the third one, again, lay out the logic. What are the steps? What is the goal? Keep it simple. 1 page, right? That's all I got today, guys. I hope this is helpful to you. Again, check out epicconversions.com for the win. I think you belong on my ECIC group calls if you need help. And I think you should get over to epicconversions.com and get your free copy of Hungry Like the Wolf. That's me talking to 5 prominent internet marketers on the subjects of AI, list building, and email marketing. And I even throw in my own commentary in there as well. You're going to love it. It's absolutely free. And I'll see you on the next episode of Index Card Insights. Peace, everybody.